Always wait for that recording button. Hey there, everyone. I'm Liz with Premier Yarns, and thank you for joining me today on this fun and easy sort of crafty, yarny, crafty project. We're going to make this Halloween wreath. I'm going to show it to you on this camera, and then we'll go through all of the steps on my overhead camera so you can see better. I just want to mention, do you see how my little guy, my little spider in his web kind of broke? And because this was in storage for like since last Halloween, this broke. So I am going to show you maybe a better way to do this, but you get the idea from the wreath. It's basically just a little spider on his web, and then a bunch of just sort of yarn pom-poms that are super easy to make. And then we kind of glued it all together, wrapped some yarn around a styrofoam wreath to make it like a nice pretty background. Okay, so no skills required. I'm going to show you how to do everything, and it's going to be super fun and easy. And if you have kids that are into crafts, mine unfortunately are not, so I can't do fun stuff with them. But if you have kids that are into crafts, this is a really fun thing to do with them as well. So let's head over to my overhead camera, and I'm going to show you a few of the sort of materials that we need. Okay. And I'm going to turn this off, being recorded. Okay. All right. So hopefully you guys can see everything and hear me okay. And if you miss anything, please just, write something in the chat. If you have a question or if you want me to re-show you something, I am going to check the chat throughout the class. And there's only a few of you here, so I'm not going to miss anything. Okay. So please ask any questions that you might have if you want me to show you anything. Okay. So this is my first wreath that I just showed you. I want to kind of show you what I meant about the spider. This one I did, and I kind of picked like sturdier sticks. Those other sticks were like, I don't know what they're called, but they just snapped really easily. These ones, the ones that I originally had. These are a bit sturdier. So as you can see, the sticks did not break at all. But it does tend to kind of shift around a little bit, but lots of glue will probably alleviate that. So you could use sturdier sticks, but I think this time I'm going to try just using the pipe cleaners as the base for the web and see how that works out, because I have a feeling that once we wrap the yarn around this sort of soft fibers, it will not really shift around at all, and it will stay in place nicely. So you can store it and, not have to worry about it coming apart. So we're going to use some white pipe cleaners and a few black ones for the actual spider. I only needed 2. This is one that I cut in half. So we're going to make 4 smaller ones. And we are going to need this wreath, which is, what size is this? 1.4 inch width. I think I want to say this is a 10 inch. Yeah, so it's like a 10 inch around. It says 9.8, but it's like considered a 10 inch one. But if you want to make a bigger one, 12 inch, it's going to work the same. It's not going to be any different if you use a bigger wreath. We are going to need some pom-pom makers. If you have the one with all the sizes, you could use the bigger sizes. This one comes with this Clover set, comes with 4 sizes. This is the Clover one. I usually don't use the big one that much for a smaller project like this because I don't want them to be too big. But I usually use these 3 smaller sizes, and then I cut them down, and I'll show you how to do that. So with that, we just need a couple googly eyes, if you have those. If you don't, you could probably use tiny buttons or something like that, but the googly eyes make it really cute. And yarn. So I've got my acrylic yarn. Acrylic is my favorite for doing pom-poms. So if you're doing something that's a lot of pom-poms, don't use something like wool or even cotton is really hard to sort of cut through. The acrylic is just very simple to cut, and it's like nice and sturdy, and it makes a nice fluffy pom-pom. So I always recommend like a worsted or maybe a little bit thicker weight acrylic yarn for pom-poms. Okay, it's like craft, it's kind of like craft yarn. So we have a few Halloween colors here, as you can see. This is the 100% acrylic yarn. You can use the colors you have, but these are really fun, bright Halloween colors. They have these neons right now that are really cool. there's one more thing. Oh yeah, so these are my really sturdy scissors that I like to use for making pom-poms. You don't want to use like your tiny little embroidery scissors or whatever. So if you have some decent scissors to cut the pom-poms, use those. And I do have my glue gun going too to glue everything on. So then you're going to just also need your glue gun. Mine's pretty hot right now. So let's get started on the wreath part first. So we'll see if I have any questions. Margaret says hi. Hi, Margaret. I'm Liz. And if anyone wants to say hi in the chat, let me know where you're watching from, what the weather is like today. I am in Louisville, Kentucky, and the weather is actually beautiful. It's been kind of cool, but today it seems to have warmed up a bit. So it's a lovely sunny day here in Louisville. So yeah, say hi in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from. And remember, this is going to be on YouTube. So if you miss something, you know, it's pretty easy. It's kind of a simple class, but if you miss something, you can always rewatch the YouTube video, okay? Whenever you want. So I'm going to start just basically wrapping this yarn around this wreath. It's a little bit tedious and time consuming, but you know, you can watch TV while you do it. So what I did was I wrapped this yarn, the first color I'm going to use. You can use whatever color you want for your background. I just made it into a ball so it's easier for me to wrap it through the center of the wreath, okay? So let me get rid of this for now. So to kind of attach this, I'm going to just sort of make a loop here first. Make a loop. And that is Stephanie from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? Thank you for joining me. So I'm going to make a loop like this, and then I'm going to just put the ball and the tail through that loop. And that's just going to kind of like make a little, so it stays in place. And then I can, it's a little hard for me because of this angle that I'm sitting at, but what I'm going to do now is just make a knot here so it stays. So these two are kind of coming out of the same loop, these two strands. So I'm just going to put one under this strand so it has something to sort of like tie to. And then I'm going to tighten it and just tie it in a knot. And that can just go to the back so you won't see the knot. And that's just kind of like my starting. So I can get started wrapping, and not have this moving around too much. And you can always put a little dab of glue there too. Just don't touch it after you do it because it's hot. And now we are simply going to try to line these up. So each strand is right next to the strand previous or whatever. So they just kind of sit right next to each other. That way, it covers all of the white of the styrofoam. So now I'm just going to take this ball, put it around. So see what I mean by, if I had it in the whole skein, it would be kind of a pain to sort of move the skein in and out through the wreath, the styrofoam wreath. So it's easier just to wind it into a small ball like this. And through, I'm just basically wrapping this yarn around this wreath. That's all I'm doing. So now I am using this worsted weight yarn, but as you can see, it's not super thick, but I just wanted to kind of use these colors and the same yarn throughout. So I had the same yarn with my pom-poms and everything. But if this is just like way too tedious for you and you don't feel like wrapping this whole thing around, because it is a little time consuming. If you use a thicker yarn, like a much bulkier weight yarn, you'll be able to get through this part a lot quicker. And you kind of have to do it all in one sitting, because if you let go of it, it's going to loosen up. Unless you put some hot glue on it, it'll stay. Or if you tie another knot. So I'm just going around and around and around. And whenever you're working with the glue, try to keep the glue to the back of your work. So just pick what looks best, and that's going to be your front. And then anything that you're gluing or like if you're going to stop and make a knot or whatever, just keep that to the back of your work and you'll never see it. So that's basically the wrapping part. So we just wrap and wrap and wrap all the way around. And then once you get to the end, you're just going to tie another knot. And then on the back side, you're going to have those knots on the back, and you can cut the excess and you won't even see it. And if you want to, just put a little dab. Remember, this is my back. So I would just put a little bit, like a small dab like that. And then maybe, wait, gotta work fast here because it dries quick. Wrap another piece around into that hot glue. And so like every couple inches, maybe do that. I think that's what I did with my second one I made. Every couple inches, I kind of just put some glue on the back there and push that yarn right into that glue. So that way it would stay in place and I wouldn't have like a big blob of glue right on top of the yarn, okay? Just be careful you don't touch it. And that dries. And there you go. So now it's not moving around because I put a little bit of glue on it. So if you have to stop and restart, you've got it. It's not going to go anywhere, okay? You've got it knotted here and glued here. And then you can start back up later. So maybe like every 2 inches or so, I would add a little dab of glue. So once you got that all wrapped, super simple. I got this one wrapped up. And then at the end, I didn't finish this one, but at the end, I will just put some more glue. And see this one, I did not glue any of it. And it shifts around a little bit. So when I did this, when I did my other one and I added that little glue every few inches and you couldn't even see it, I preferred that. So because it felt like it didn't move around, even though this isn't really moving around much either. So let's say we're all done and I've made this nice and pretty. I fixed this part up. You're going to want to go to obviously the end, so don't leave any gaps. Now we want to decorate it with our pom-poms and our little spider, okay? So let's do, I'll show you how to make the multicolored one. And then these are kind of like, I like these ones. They have like spots of color, like sections of color. So I'll show you how to do that. This one, it's like a half orange, half black. You can make all kinds of fun ones. Let's start with the, this one I feel like is going to be really big, but let's try it. We'll see. Okay, so these things come like this. If you don't know how to make pom-poms, there are different ones, but this is how you use the Clover ones. There's a little tab right here, and you just open up that side, and then you just open up this side. Okay, so keep this center together. Let's start with some green here. This color is Limeade. So what I do is I start at the this corner and then I work my way over to this corner. Sometimes I go like this a little bit, so that way the yarn, because once you're done wrapping the yarn, you push it in like that. So that way I don't have the yarn pulling too much, right? So I'll put it like around here. And then I'm just going to start wrapping this around. So here's my bottom. and try to wrap it as tight as I can. So there's the bottom tail, and then just kind of get like a good handle on it. You can go over that little tail. Okay. So now that I've got it nice and tight, I've got a good handle on it, I just start wrapping and try to, I think probably one of the most important things is try to wrap it evenly. So meaning don't have like a big bulky in the middle. Try to wrap as much on the edges as you do in the center, and then it'll be nice and even. It can be hard sometimes though, because for some reason the yarn wants to concentrate in the center. So then I just wrap. These are the yarn on this side. And I try to get as much on there as I can, so it's nice and full. I'm gonna go to the corner. So as you can see, there's like not really any skill required for any of these things. It's a pretty simple project. That's why I think it's fun for kids. So now once I get to the edge, I'm gonna come back up and make my way to the other edge. So I just go back and forth and I try to get as much yarn wrapped around there as I can. And try to get it as evenly distributed as I can. To the corner. And back to the top. Okay, so now that's pretty full there, I'd say. Now, if I want a solid one, then I would just push this down here, okay, and then I would kind of figure out a way to get over to, like, go through here and then get over to this side, and then just start doing the same exact thing on this side. But let's see, let's add another color here, okay? So let's add, I can tie it on there or I can just cut it and start over. Let's see, let's add some of the purple because it looks pretty with the green. Just gonna cut. And I'm going to join this purple in there. And then just work over that green tail. Get rid of those. And now I'm doing the same thing on this side. I'm just going to try to get my yarn evenly distributed. So it's kind of the same thickness all the way around. So however you get it wrapped around is fine. You can like go from corner to corner like a bunch of times, or you can do a bunch of wraps starting at the corner and then make your way to the center and then make your way to the other corner. The most important thing is that it's kind of tightly wound and that it's evenly distributed, like we said, okay? That's basically the trick. So now that this looks about how the green one looked, so I should have about the same amount on both sides. Looks pretty stuck in there, and then I'm just gonna cut it. And now close that one. And now it looks like that. Okay, now this is the fun part. So first we're gonna get a strand of your any color, and we're just gonna tie that in the center. It's gonna hold everything together. So basically we're gonna start at this corner and then cut these and then cut these and then tie it, okay? So get your, that's why you need your good sturdy scissors, because you have a lot of yarn packed in there. And then just cut every single one of those strands. And it helps you because it's got this sort of, it's like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like indented a little bit there. So just kind of your scissors perfectly fit in there to make sure you get every strand cut. And then back around to the other side. Now all the strands are cut. I can take my center and then just put it right down in the center there, right through. Okay, really, this part you want to do really tight. I always do like a million knots here. Not literally, but you know what I mean. And then bring it back up, tie it really tight. You want to go all the way down. That's going all the way down to the center. And then I flip it, tie it again in a knot this time. So I'm gonna make a knot. See how strong this yarn is? I'm really like pulling it. That's why it's good. It's good for crafts. It's good craft yarn. If you had wool, this would, you know, you can't really do that with wool. It's much more delicate. It's more for like knitting and stuff. It's gonna come apart on you if you try to give it this much pressure and tension. So we're gonna knot it. And I do this a few times. Flip it, knot it. It doesn't matter how many times you do it, because you're not really gonna see the center. Maybe like 4 or 5 times. It's probably a little bit overkill if I do it that many, but okay, there we go. So now we're just going to take these little tabs again and lift those up. Lift these tabs up. And then pull it apart at the center. So it comes right apart at the center. See? And there you have a beautiful pom-pom that is half purple and half green. So now at this point, it looks really nice the way it is, but I would definitely trim this down so it doesn't look any either. So there's no like loosey-goosey ends. So just make a good mess of your craft area and as evenly as you can get it, trim this down. So it's nice and like compact. See how we did the 2 colors? And I just did 2 colors. I just did like half and half, but you could do like chunks of color. So all you would have to do is just do exactly what we did, but add in like say a different color, like right in the center of the little like half moon thing. Or not really, it's not really half moon, it's more like a, you know what I mean? What's the name for this shape? Like a rainbow? There's a technical geometry name for it, but I haven't been to school in a long time, so I can't remember. But what you would do is just add like maybe a different color right in the center there, and then a different color, and then the other color on these two sides, and then you have like just like a section of color instead of just this sort of half and half that we have, which is really cool too. I showed you is like this one. It's got like circles of color. There's like a little white here, there's some purple here, and then there's some orange around it, and that looks really cool too. So I did a variety. As you can see, I did some solids, I did the half and half, I did the sections of color, and I did just the two colors that are all blended throughout. So once you get this to where it's nice and where you like it, it's not even yet. See, I don't like how it's not compact and even. I would keep trimming it down a little bit. Just keep trimming it down. It's going to get smaller, but that's fine. Until it looks nice and evenly shaped. So it's like as nice and spherical as you can get it. Okay, and now I'm gonna get rid of some of this mess here. And you guys get the idea with the pom-poms. To make the one that is multicolored like this, all I do there is I take 2 strands at once and I wrap with 2 strands. So I would hold both strands together. Where's this strand? Let's use the green. So I would hold both strands together like this. And then I would do the same thing that I just showed you. Start it together. And I would just wrap both strands around together like that. So you're getting like double the thickness. So it's actually even quicker. And that's going to give you, and you do that all through this one and then over to this one and then cut it exactly how I showed you. And that's going to give you this multicolor one like that too. You could even do it with 3 strands. Okay, so that is the pom-pom. So make a bunch of those, get creative, whatever colors you want, whatever way you want that I showed you, and just make a bunch of pom-poms. So now we're just going to do the little spider and his little web, and then that's basically it. And then we'll kind of pull it all together, okay? So let's try, like I said, we're going to try this spider this time with these white pipe cleaners, okay? So I need 3 to make like a 6 piece, I don't know what you call it, like that. That's what I want. And with the pipe cleaners, it's really easy because I don't have to tie it. With the sticks, you have to put them together like this, then add some glue, then tie some yarn around it to keep it in place. But with these, I'm just gonna, obviously, we can just twist them. So I'll twist this one around. And then I'll twist this one around. And I'm basically just trying to shape it into like the dividers of the web, right? That was easy. I only had to twist 2 around. Let's twist one more. And these shape super easily, so you can move them around and get them nice and even. Look at that, perfect. Now obviously this is too big, so I'm gonna cut the ends a bit, and we can trim them a little bit more once we put the web part around it. I'm gonna try to trim those evenly. This is crafts, guys, so you know everything. It's not gonna be perfect, but it's gonna be super cute, and you're gonna have a fun homemade Halloween decoration. Okay, now let's get our white yarn to make the web. And I'm going to start right in the center here. And you can add glue to this to keep it, if you're afraid it's going to loosen up a bit. But like I said, I think with these fibers on here, it's going to stay in place really nicely. The sticks look really cute. So if you want to go with the sticks, go right ahead. And I would just add a little bit more glue to it because it tends to slip around on the sticks. So let's just tie it right in the center. And we'll trim that after. And I'm going to get a big strand of this. So, okay. Now to wrap this around, we're going to go, so we're going to do like a whole turn around, under, over, right? So let me show you what that looks like. So I'm going to start at this first one here. That's closest to my yarn. And I'm going to go over a complete wrap around. So around. And now I'm going to come to this one here. And I'm going to go make a complete wrap around under. So now the next one, I'm going to go over, make a complete wrap around over. And then the next one under. It doesn't matter if you start over, under, you're just doing opposite over, under. So that one was under. The next one I'm going to go over and make a complete wrap around. And the next one I'm going to go under and make a complete wrap around. And now over. And I'm spacing these so they're not on top of the previous ones. And that was over. And now I'm going to go under. You guys with me? And over. Try to space them out like as close as you can, but make it look like a little web. And now under. And over. And under. Over the next one and under the next one. And this is going to be the same. Of course, if you're doing it with the stick, you're going over and under, but it just slides a bit more. So you have to be more careful. The next one, I'm going to go over. And the next one, I'm going to go under and over, under, over. See how pretty that web is coming out? Under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under. And I want to make it big enough so my little spider can sit on there, but you can also see the web. Under. That was over, so now I'm going under, over, under, over, under, over. I think I'll stop here at this one, under. Yeah, that's plenty big, so we could even probably do one less row and it would probably be good too. So now I'm going to make a little bit of a tail and I'm just going to try to tie this on here as best I can. So maybe wrap around this last piece here. trying to make a knot somewhere. You know what I can do? What I can do is I can split this. So if you can't make a knot, whenever you can't make a knot, you can split the yarn and make a knot. So just unwrap it, split it. It's kind of like my go-to when I'm just like wrapping, and there's like, you know, there's like nothing to tie a knot to. And so I'll just split it, and now I can make a knot here. There we go. Because I just like making knots. I like knots so things don't come apart. There we go. Okay, so this is the little center. I'm just going to cut these tails here. And then I'm going to cut these ends here. There we go. Now we have a cute little web here. I'm also going to cut these ends off. Not too close because you don't want your yarn to slide off, but I'm just going to trim those. Okay, so now go back to our wreath that is all got all our background attached to it. And basically this is kind of like the most fun part. You just get to attach all the little creations you made. For the spider, as you can see, I just made a little black pom-pom, and I just took the 3, so we need 4 of these. So I'm going to take one of these and cut it in half to make the little legs. So he has 8 legs. So we're just going to twist these together. Twist one around. And then all you have to do is kind of spread it out like 4 and 4. So 4 here and 4 here. And this a little smaller. And then you just kind of, you know, shape it to like a little leg. So it goes up like this, and then it goes in like that. Super easy. Here's his little legs. They're so cute. And he's got 4 on that side, and he's got 4 on this side. Okay, those are the legs. That's, see, super easy. And then I would just take the little black pom-pom that I made. Get this guy off here since he's blue. So pretend we made our black pom-pom exactly how I showed you how to make the pom-pom. Little black pom-pom. I would use the small one for this, for the spider head. Glue the eyes on. And then we're just going to take our glue gun, put a little bit there, right in the center. And put your little guy on there. And I did the same thing, the eyes with the glue gun, okay? And then we can take our web that we made and figure out where you want it. Remember, make sure the back is where the ugly part is, or the, you know, the unfinished part where your knots are and maybe your glue and everything like that. And now we have the nice finished front. So we want to work on the front. You can I would put the web on where you want the web and then kind of add the pom-poms around it. So we're gonna put the web here. Let's just say we're put it right here. So I'm gonna put a little glue. Let me try putting it on the web here. And glue sticks to yarn like glue. What color did you use for the wreath? For the wreath, I used the, this one is raspberry. I used raspberry, and these are all Loops and Threads Soft Classic. Some of mine have the old label on it, CraftSmart. So if you see CraftSmart, they have a new label, which is Loops and Threads Soft Classic, but I'm pretty sure the yarn is the same. It's just a new label. So yeah, worsted weight acrylic is what you want to use for this project. Or like I said, for the wrapping, you could use a bulkier weight, but I would also use acrylic. Okay, so there's our little web is on there, and then I'm just gonna glue my spider. Let's put him right in the center, I guess, so he stays in place. But you can really put him, I think the center would probably be good because I wouldn't want him to fall off. So I'm just gonna pop him right in the center. And now I'm just gonna take all my pom-poms that I made, and I don't have a bunch to show you, but if you have all of them, see how many I made on this one. And I made them different sizes, as you can see. If you don't like that, you can make all one size if you want it to not look this, I don't know, if you don't like that look, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I made 20. They're pretty packed in there. So if you want fewer, make fewer. You know, you don't have to have it look exactly like this. Kind of just have fun with it and put them however you want. But I would put the web on first, so that way you can kind of put the pom-poms around it. So let's say I had a bunch of pom-poms. I would just sort of start placing them. And trust, like I said, with acrylic yarn and glue gun, they just like love each other. So if you put a good blob like that, these pom-poms are not going anywhere, even if you store this, like it, you know, like wherever you store your holiday stuff, right? So I would just add all those like that, and then at the very end, all I would do is make a little get a good size strand of yarn. To make a little loop, I would just tie the two ends in a knot. Actually, you know what? Let me do this first before I tie the ends in the knot. So loop it through. So wherever you want it to hang. So let's say if the spider's down here, you want your hang like right here. So then you're going to take that and then add those, put the two ends through the loop like that. And then you can just tie a knot wherever, like here. And now I just have my little hanger, right? So I just have a nail and then I hang that right on there. And that's it, you guys. That's the whole wreath. But like I said, very easy. It's a fun project for kids. It's a fun project if you want to kind of use up some of your yarn and make some holiday stuff without having a lot of skills. Here's my first one. Like I said, we did some experimenting with the web. I think the pipe cleaner looks just as cute as the little sticks. But you see the sticks look cute too, but it does tend to kind of fall apart a little bit. So if you don't want it to fall apart, if you want it to be nice and sturdy, these aren't going anywhere. I would use the pipe cleaners as the web. Yeah, so that's it. Any questions before I go? Thanks for hanging with me, you guys. But yeah, this is a fun Halloween project. and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me just make sure I don't have any chats. You're welcome, Heather. Thanks for coming, Steph. Thanks for coming, Margaret and Mary and whoever else was here. I'm usually doing a class. I do crochet, sometimes knitting, sometimes just fun yarn crafts like this about once a month at Michael's. So you can check out any of my previous classes that are on the YouTube channel, or you can look for the upcoming scheduled stuff. I have one thing that I'm going to schedule for. I'll just give you a sneak peek because you're special. These are these little, no, well, I guess they're Santas. Yeah, Santas. And they're little like sort of ornaments. I have them hooked together, but we are going to do these in November. That should go up sometime this week or next week. So look out for the little Santa Christmas ornaments. And I use the same Craft Smart yarn for these guys, and it's the same thing. No skills required, just like pom poms and fun yarn crafts. Okay, so stay tuned for that one and check out any of my other classes. And you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Thanks for being with me today on your Saturday and spending a little time with me. Thank you. See you guys next time. Bye.